Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have another iPhone related video for you. I don't really do too much of these, but every now and then I like to do an iPhone related video, especially when new iPhones come out. I do unboxings of the new iPhones and then a couple of the accessories that I think are really interesting or worthwhile. I might do some videos, especially when it comes to cases or Apple Watch bands, that sort of thing. So I have the iPhone XS Max. So that is the phone that I have, and I got the Cape Cod Blue leather case for the iPhone. I've actually had a couple people ask me in the comments how the case is holding up. It's actually holding up pretty great. I do really like it. There's like one or two little minor things where it's kind of got one or two little nicks and stuff, but it's not too bad. For the most part, you know, the biggest thing, which is standard for leather, is it's going to weather. That rhymes. But I think it looks pretty nice. But that being said, even though I do like this case, actually, I really like it, I was like, you know what? I like to sometimes swap things out. I like to have a change of pace a little bit. And I didn't think that Apple was going to make this, but they released a smart battery case for the iPhone XS Max. They've released a smart battery case like this before, but it was never for the larger phones, never for like the plus size phones. So this is the first time that they're doing it for these bigger size phones. And granted, the battery is pretty good. I pretty much always have it charged when I'm at work. Always charging in the car. When it's at home, it may or may not be charging, but like, you know, but because it's been charging all day, at least at home, then in the evening, it's pretty much fine. But every now and then, it's like, you know, if I'm using it a lot or if I'm going out somewhere for a certain event or something and I really want to keep it charged, I do bring a battery pack or something. So this might help with that. So, I don't know. Some people don't like the design. I thought it's okay. I want to try it out for myself and judge it for myself. So, all that to say, I know a lot of intro here, but I'm just going to cut right to it. This is the iPhone XS Max smart battery case. It's offered in two different colors, white and black. I decided to go with white because I've had a black case before that was like silicone, and it really caught some dirt on it, and I didn't really like the way that it looked after a while, so I thought white is different, it's new. Plus, on my iPhone, I have the stainless steel version with the white background. So I was like, hey, why not just go with something to kind of match it? Granted, even though it's going to be covered up, whatever, you get the idea. So here it is. We're going to do a little unboxing and check out what it's like. So on the back, again, it shows you right here what it is. So let's just kind of just jump right to it. Enough talking, right? You're probably like, shut up, just open it up. And here it is. So let's check it out. So this is just a little thing to hold the case in place, it looks like. So there's that. And then inside the case, you get a couple different things. So let's pull this right out and see what is inside. So, oh, does this come off? Okay, so this peels off. There we go. So standard warranty stuff, I guess. Then it basically tells you how it slides in. So the phone slides in through the top of the case, basically, because there's a little lightning connector right there. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Smart battery case. Yeah, to remove the case, you pull back the top edge, so same thing there. You can leave the iPhone in the case to charge it, basically. So, all right, so anyways, let's move this out of the way, and let's take a look at the actual case right here. Here it is. Is that part of the case? I guess so. Very interesting. So I don't know which one is going to catch more dirt and stuff. I tried the black one. I didn't really like it. I feel like white might catch more dirt, but I looked online. Some people that had the silicone case said that like it didn't really yellow and stuff. I don't know. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it out. Let's see how it goes. It's an experiment, an expensive experiment because this thing is $130, but we're going to try it out and see how it is. So what you're seeing basically in this case is you have little button cutouts right here and then space for the mute switch on the side, and they're in gray, the little buttons, which is very interesting. The Apple logo's in gray. I kind of like that. It adds a little bit of an accent to it instead of just being pure white. Your camera cutout, of course, you have your side button right there. And then on the bottom, you have the lightning port, as well as the the speaker holes right there, which, if you never noticed on the new iPhone XS and XS Max, at least the Max, I don't know about the XS, I think it is the same, it's not symmetrical, which is kind of weird to me. I never really like that, and I think this looks a little bit more odd on the case because there's not much else that you can see except the holes there. I mean, I'll live with it, but it's an odd decision. And yeah, inside it's got this kind of like a felt sort of material. It's sort of soft. So outside's like silicone, so it's got this sort of rubbery feel, but very smooth feel to it, definitely, and definitely gives it a bit of a grip, which is nice too. And then down over here is just kind of like a soft, feathery feel. It's the same kind of feel that the leather case has. So the outside is different, but the feel from the inside of the case is sort of the same style. So if you have any of those Apple cases, you'll know what to expect on the inside of it. Very interesting design. I know some people don't like it. I think they think it looks weird. The fact that you just have this and like part of it is not the same. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It looks okay. I don't know. I don't think it looks great, but I don't think it looks terrible either. It's okay to me. What is interesting to me, what I do like about this, is the fact that there's no added chin or a certain part to it. Like one of the big things, I've had a Mophie battery case in the past, and it added like a big, like a thick layer at the bottom, and then also it was rounded all the way around, so there's extra weight all the way around. Granted, you still have some extra weight right here, which is probably where the battery pack is, but not up top. But, you know, it's a little bit better. So I do appreciate that because it's not going to add too much to the height of the phone, which is already, as you can see, you know, when you add on the case to it, it's just a little bit taller, but it's not too bad. And then width-wise, I mean, you can already see it's about just like the edge is a little wider, basically. So anyways, all that to say, and actually the way that this design is, it allows you to bend it back to take the case on and off. So that's actually functionally, that makes sense as well. So you're going to just sort of slide this in here, and it's going to go into the lightning port at the bottom. And then this should just slide over top. So very easy. Oh, look at that. Smart battery case, 0% remaining, iPhone 100% or something like that is what it said. So it definitely adds some weight. I will say that. It definitely adds some weight to it. So that is going to be noticeable. I do feel that it does become what I would call a bit heavier. So yeah, I mean, you can even hear it when you put it down on the ground. It's going to add some heft. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a battery case. And I feel like that goes for any battery case, though. It's going to add weight to it because you have the battery involved. Now, one of the big concerns that some people have is the fact that maybe when using it, it might rock because it's not fully flat. I don't know how the older cases were, but if I'm using it like this, you know, if I'm touching at the top of the screen, it does a little bit. But up to right about here down, it's fine. It's just the top of the screen a little bit, which when you're using the phone, you know, if I'm in here, let's say I want to open the camera. So it does wiggle a little bit. It's not too bad because most of what you would be doing is probably towards the middle or lower half of the phone, not as much from the top, especially for a bigger phone like this. You're not going to be reaching as much to the top. On the table, I can kind of see that a little. I don't know. I see where that could potentially be a little annoying to some people. It'll remain to be seen how that feels for me. This video is just kind of a first look, first impression sort of a thing. Yeah, I mean, I do like the white color. It'll be interesting to see how much that holds up as well. So here's the main thing about the case. Now that I've talked quite a lot about the look and feel of it, how does it work? Why does this function the way that it functions, right? So to illustrate that, let me grab a charger and then we'll take a look. So I have my wireless charger right here. I had to kind of move my filming setup a little bit so I could have this plugged in and show you what's going on. So one thing I want to mention, so the lightning port still right here. You can charge it wired, totally fine, but I would not have bought the case if it didn't support wireless charging. I have a wireless charger now by my nightstand by my bed, and this is the one that I have on my desk. So I just plop my phone on there and it's great. It's super convenient. So this smart battery case for the iPhone XS Max supports wireless charging. So I should just be able to plop it right on, and there you go. It lit up and it is now charging. So that right there is super convenient. In terms of the fit of the charger, you know, like let me just make sure. Yep, there you go. So this wireless charger has been acting up a little bit for me, to be honest, so it's a little hard to say exactly how picky or not it may be in terms of picking up the wireless charge, because this one has been acting up for me. And this is actually the third try that I'm filming this video, and I actually took the case off my phone and have been trying and having issues. So I don't know what's going on with this wireless charger. I tried unplugging it, and then I think that messed it up or something. But regardless, as you can see, wireless charging is supported on this case, which is pretty great. So then the question comes in, is this worth it? You know, that's a great question, and one that I don't know how to answer specifically, because I think things like battery cases and stuff, it's going to vary so much depending on your usage of it, and obviously this is just a first look, so it'll be interesting to look back at it after a few weeks and kind of see how it actually functions. I will say a couple of different things. Having used a Mophie battery pack and stuff in the past, the one thing is, whether you like the look of the case or not, that is subjective. You can see the video, you can determine if you like the look of it. The feel of the case, I think the material is great. I like the soft silicone material. It definitely adds some heft to the phone, but any battery case will do that, so keep that in mind. Usability of it is still pretty good. I do think it's nice having this extra little bit here, and this lip does allow for a little bit better of a grip, so slightly better. Not that it was hard to grip it before necessarily, but bigger phones sometimes can be a little harder to manage, so I do appreciate the added grip. That does give it this odd little design that if you're touching the top of the phone, and you kind of have to, like I'm touching it right here and it's fine, you got to put a little bit of force, and it's going to push it down a little. So minor thing, but keep that in mind, that with a little bit of force, it will sort of make the phone wobble a little, towards the top only. I appreciate the fact that it doesn't add much size to the phone. In terms of height, width, you just really get this extra border around it. You know, you're going to add some thickness right here for this back part, but there's no giant lip at the bottom, which is really nice. So the way that they were able to design this case to do that, I think is pretty great. The fact that it supports wireless charging is also fantastic. And I do like the technology that Apple used for the smart battery case, where it's going to manage everything on its own and charge the case and the phone as needed. So you don't even have to worry about powering on the case or not. This smart battery case will handle that for you. So really, it just acts as part of your phone. So just imagine a slightly bigger phone, slightly thicker, heavier kind of phone with a bigger battery capacity. That's really what you're getting with the smart battery case. So is it worth it? That's subjective to you. So keep that in mind, but those are sort of the thoughts that I have in my first impressions of the smart battery case for the iPhone XS Max. So hopefully you found the review helpful. Let me know in the comment section below if there are any questions that you have. Obviously, if it comes to battery usage, I can't really answer that right now, but you know, in a couple weeks or something, I might try and post an update in the comments and let you know how it's going. Do keep in mind that I am the type of person that typically keeps my electronics charged pretty frequently. So in terms of if you're asking how long the battery is going to last, like is it going to give you another day's worth of battery life? I probably won't be able to answer that because I never wait for my phone's battery to go down low. If I am near a charger and my phone is at even like 50%, I'm like, I need to charge this thing. So this will give me a little bit more freedom because it'll take longer to get to that point, but keep that in mind. Also, one last thing that I want to address, there were a couple of initial headlines that were out there when this phone case released, saying that the capacity of the battery was much less, or the battery case was much less than previous battery case releases. I want to just address that and say that that is a misconception, and those websites have since issued retractions about it, because the overall capacity in milliamps is indeed less. However, I think it was the voltage or the wattage, some part of it, I don't fully understand all the battery technology, I'm not going to pretend to. Some part of it is a lot higher than it was before. So in essence, it actually is still going to be more powerful because you're getting more power out of it than you did in the past. So the capacity may not be as high as in the past, but you're getting more power out of it in the capacity that it has. So it actually is equal, if not more so powerful than it used to be in terms of how much charge it will give you. So again, real usage to be determined, but that is the smart battery case for the iPhone XS Max. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you later.